What is up, everybody? Law and Disorder coming at you from the local game store here in Richardson, Texas.
Howdy, y'all.
I am Sergio.
I'm Kate.
And again, we're Law and Disorder, and we are coming at you again from the local game store thanks to our sponsors, Young Ideas Dish Network,
Yes, East Texas Championship Wrestling
Ace Remodeling, and Texas Soundworks.
with the Z.
Z, yep. And apparently this week we are sponsored by Jack Black Authentic and Original Shave Essentials.
Yeah, Sergio kind of needs something to tone down what's going on over here.
You know, you're just hating. You're just hating.
I'm not hating. I didn't say I was hating. I'm just saying I'm helping you out as one fellow coworker to another.
Is one fellow owner of a beard to another? What? I
I
don't
don't
get
have
it.
a beard.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But
Like,
as someone who has a lot of hair and has to condition
okay,
more often than not, I understand what it's like
You
to
f-
have like dry, brittle hair.
hey, don't call my beard dry and brittle.
It's not dry and brittle, but it's, it's coarser. It's not like soft
It's not as soft as it was.
peach fuzz hair. That'll help. That'll help him.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. So tonight, what's tonight? Pokemon and Final Fantasy, and
Pioneer.
something Pioneer. I think Pioneer has been canceled out. I see something or above.
I think no. I'm sorry. I'm looking at Friday. That's my bad. Today's Thursday. Yeah, they got MTG, Commander,
Magic the
and
Gathering.
something Fight V. That's what it says. 7:30.
Final Fantasy.
Final. No.
Something Fight B. No, I think it's his Final Fantasy.
And then Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
I know that one.
So, well, let's just whatever. They know what's going on. So, we're here, and we are talking the world. We're talking about all kinds of junk today.
Yeah, we really are just kind of winging this episode, to be honest.
You know, there's a lot to be winging about today. There's a lot going on in the world right now.
I need to pay closer attention. I think I'm horrible, and I'm really poorly representing my generation, but I feel like sometimes I'm just so busy with my everyday life and other things just to get through my day-to-day. Like, I don't think about looking up what's going on in the news with politics and sports and what's going on. I just don't even think to do it.
Well, we are full-blown into the President Trump impeachment trial. I guess it's a trial? Trial. We'll call it a trial. I don't know. It's a trial. It goes to the Senate. You know, he was impeached last month in the House of Representatives, that is primarily Democrat, and now it goes to the Senate, which is primarily Republican, and it's like it is like a trial, I believe. And then at that point, if they say, yeah, that's impeachable, then at that point, I think as a collective, everybody has said, yeah, he done no bueno, let's get rid of him. Now, the probability of that is not very high because, his side of the fence, the Republicans, control the destiny of this. So you got to be able to sway enough Republicans to say, yes, he did something impeachable. So, but it's still been interesting to watch. It's been interesting to watch these hearings and hear it. And
You're able to watch it?
oh, yeah, it's all over. I believe it's on like CNN and all that.
See, I didn't even know that.
But to my knowledge, the senators and everybody involved, they're not able to have social media. They're not able to have their phones. You can't have your phones in these hearings.
I wouldn't think so.
So I think there was actually like a psychologist that was talking about like phone withdrawal. How you have people who are used to having their phone, especially like politicians. I'm sure they get a lot of calls, a lot of emails and stuff. They're like, yeah, they're so ingrained in their phone, and then all of a sudden you're like, nope, no technology for the next 10, 12 hours today. Nope, we're going to ruin your day for the next 3 days straight. So they were talking about that, how it's just kind of a big ordeal. And then I think a couple of senators have been busted having Apple Watches, and you can't have those either. Because the Apple Watch, some of those have their own, like you can send messages to the watch itself.
Yeah.
So that's a no-no too. And then there's some kind of virus out there in the world
I learned it had a name, the coronavirus.
Do you get that when you drink too much?
Is it spelled Corona? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it?
I don't know. I thought, I immediately thought of like Corona beer.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I just learned about this virus. I guess it's out in China.
It's from China. It has hailed from China.
Where you hail from?
And apparently you can get it by like human contact,
So like
bam, you got coronavirus.
Like any other type of like flu, like.
Yeah, but I guess it's a lot more. I guess easier.
So it's
to
like
pass.
me going like, "Hey, what's your name?"
It's like tag, you got the coronavirus. And it was really rampant. It's gotten pretty rampant in China, and then now I guess there was somebody that got it in Washington State.
Seattle, Washington.
And he came from China, I'm sure. But one of the things I was reading about is that they have enough information about this virus, but at the same time, China being China, they're not really, the communist countries aren't really good on like sharing everything. So they're saying that maybe there's some stuff that's like, maybe we don't know how bad it is because China's not really divulging it.
Oh yeah, they might be hiding like how many people are actually being affected.
Maybe they're minimizing.
Yeah.
But the World Health Organization, WHO, no, it's WHO, the World Health Organization. They say it's not anything to worry about yet. But I think the key word is yet.
Yet.
So, just
And it's so crazy to think about because like. When I think about stuff like this, it always reminds me of, like, the Black Plague, right? Like, how it killed thousands of people because it spread so easily, blah, blah, blah. But that was back in, like, what, the 1600s or earlier?
I wasn't there. I don't know.
It's 2020, and I'm like, why doesn't anybody carry hand sanitizer with them or some like, it's so much easier to avoid these kinds of things. And I'm not saying... We're one day we're gonna avoid them entirely. Like people are gonna sneeze. Like you're always gonna have human contact. But like when I go to church, I know the flu's out there. It's flu season. I'm not shaking people's hands because
you're not that Catholic. You're not that peace be with you Catholic.
Not this time of year. They actually right now, for those of you who aren't Catholic and don't know, they actually have taken that part out of the mass right now.
They have.
Yes, because
that tells you how often I go to mass. But.
At least, yeah, because of how rampant the flu virus is right now, the Department of Health and
Human Services, something like that.
Yeah, Health and Human Services. I don't know. They said it's actually kind of dangerous. It's spreading too fast, so we got to stop the spreading. So the Diocese of Dallas, at least, I don't know if any other dioceses have taken that part out because. Too many people are getting sick.
So you can't, so what do you do instead of peace be with you?
We just skip that part.
It's like, yeah, go and show each other a sign of peace. And it's just like.
We don't even say that. They don't say that at all.
Peace be with you.
Sup, bro?
Sup, bro? Peace be with you.
But I mean, that's so gross. And maybe we can talk about this more in another episode. But like, whether you're Catholic, you're going to mass, or if you're in church in general, you're in any type of church service. And the people around you are sneezing and coughing into their hand and blowing their nose. Like, if you sat here and did that the entire time we were filming this show, I would get up and leave because it freaks me out. It's very gross, and I feel like I'm going to get sick.
Don't I do a lot of that, before we start?
No.
No?
No, you're pretty good.
I always feel like I'm sitting here before we start, and I'm just like...
It's one thing to clear your throat, but I'm talking, coughing hard, like you're coughing up a lung or you're coughing up a loogie. Yeah, like you do that the whole time.
That was a referral cough, by the way. That was my coronavirus. That's my Dos Equis virus.
That being said, it's flu season. Y'all please be careful. Wash your hands. Take a Clark swipe and wipe your phone. Your phone's disgusting.
Now let's go back to the Black Plague. Wasn't the Black Plague just like a cold?
I'm pretty sure it was probably a pretty standard cold or flu thing that went around.
So thousands of people, millions of people died from the cold.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know.
Well, back then, whatever strand there was, it was the first of its strand, and no one had immune systems built to fight that off.
So it wasn't even a plague. It was just the cold. They should go back in the history books and just say, these guys died of the common cold.
This all could have been solved with some, Robitussin.
And some NyQuil.
or some NyQuil.
With some Robitussin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna create
we'll
a
get you
time machine.
Some naproxen sodium. You feel better.
I'm gonna create a time machine and bring them a case of NyQuil. Say here. Say you'll know when the time is right to use this. What kind of sorcery is this?
They'll probably call you like a witch and hang you.
I'm gonna bring I would bring them if I had a time machine. I would bring them the ingredients of a hot toddy. What is it, like whiskey?
Hot.
It's like whiskey and honey and a lime
Lemon.
or lemon, and that's it, I think.
Yeah, hot honey lemon water, and you throw some whiskey in there.
So I would take that, and they'd just be like, "What sorcery is this?" And I'm like, "You're gonna know when to use it, but at the same time, you can party with this one ingredient." You know.
The more you drink, the better you feel.
So, what else has been going on? What else you been up to?
I'm so boring. I am going to Pete's Dueling Piano Bar this weekend.
That's the bar where you have two piano players, and they play like
anything you want,
like cover songs, basically.
Yeah. Like you request a song, like you would a DJ, and they can play it. But it's gonna be interesting because I've been before, and you know, you go to these places, and the people that are there, it's 90% bachelorette parties first of all, and 10% birthday parties.
Now, I think isn't their forte that they can literally play anything? I mean, isn't that what they're known for? Is that like they're like you can just say, "Hey, play, Gold Digger by Kanye." Bam, they're on it.
I mean, it's gonna be standard, music you would hear at any wedding, right? Like any type of wedding or maybe like retirement party. It's gonna be any type of those songs that get people up and dancing. They're not going to be able to play every single song in the universe, but I mean, anything that you want to dance to or sing to while you're drunk, they can play.
I would want to give them something obscure just to see how good they are.
And they'll tell you right away if they can play it or not.
No, I want to give them something to see, like, if they're really good. But and then also they play the request that you pay the most for. Right? Like, if you give them 100, they're going to play your song.
5 people will go up there at once requesting songs. Whoever gives them the most money is who gets their song first.
It's like, I'll give you $20. Like, I'll give you $21.
I see people put 50s down. I see people put hundreds down.
$100?
Not at the beginning of the night, but by the end of the night.
It's like, here, play Don't Stop Believing. Here's 100.
Yeah.
Here's a C note for you. What the hell?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yep.
You know how many drinks I can buy with $100?
Yep.
I can buy 100 $1 drinks, or I can buy one $100 drink.
Well, legally, you're not going to be able to buy 100 drinks.
Not here, I can't. But in some countries, I can buy 100 drinks.
Yeah.
In Mexico, I can get drunk for a week.
Yep.
Maybe 2.
Mm-hmm. Do you know how much $100 would buy you in food? Oh,
in Mexico?
God, yeah.
Dude, we can go like...
You could eat an entire day's worth of food for like less than $5.
I'm pretty sure it's like less than $2.
It's probably that. It's ridiculous.
You know, I heard a fun fact today. I heard that, because I was down in South Texas a couple weeks ago, I heard that in South Texas that you're better off just telling the doctor that you don't have insurance. Because down there, for the most part, the uninsured just don't pay. The doctors are like, yeah, screw it, we're never going to see it again, just don't pay it. So they're like, yeah, you're better off just not saying you don't have insurance than to say you have insurance. But the people that have insurance get raped.
Oh yeah.
Like they co-pay them, like they inflate the prices so bad to offset the people that aren't going to pay, obviously.
Going to the doctor nowadays, now that I'm an adult and I have my own health insurance, it is a nightmare for me. Like I don't want to go to the doctor. Luckily, I'm very thankful I'm a very healthy person, and I don't really go to the doctor except for normal checkups once a year. But even then, it's like, okay, here's my copay, and then, oh, you got blood work done, make sure it's covered by your insurance, and oh, make sure the doctor you're seeing is on your insurance. Oh, the doctor's sick today, we're going to have this doctor look at you. Is that one covered by my insurance? You know, it's crazy.
Yes. No, yes. Healthcare is outrageous. Mm-hmm. And then the one that's a sham, I think, is dental. I think dental's the one that's like doesn't really. It's like you got to spend so much money to hit your deductible, and at that point, you could have just gotten it all done. Like you pretty much have already done it at that cost. I think that's what I've read about dental.
I'd have to look into mine. I'm not quite sure.
And then vision is pretty useless. Like some vision is better than others. My vision is pretty useless. Like when it comes to the glasses and the contacts, the only thing that's amazing about my vision is that I think I can get LASIK for $250 an eye. You know, I'm pretty blind. I don't know if you knew that.
That's a really good deal.
I wear contact lenses, and I'm one of those people that I don't wear glasses. You'll never see me in glasses because my glasses are so thick. I wish I
I
was.
want to see you in your glasses now.
I wish I was making this up. I'm one of those people that, like, you know how you can get lenses and they're like super thin and all that? I don't even do that. I'm like, give me the cheapest pair you have. And they're like, well, no, we'll make some that make them thin. I go, they don't make them thin enough to look cool on me. They don't. So I buy the Coke bottle ones and I just buy small frames because then they're shaved down smaller. But no, you will see me maybe in the drive-thru wearing my glasses. But for the most part, I wear my contacts like 18 hours of the day. I take them out to sleep, so whenever I go to bed. But as soon as I wake up, I put my contacts in.
I'm the same way.
I know, but I'm blind.
Okay, are you nearsighted or farsighted?
I am nearsighted.
Okay, do you know like what number you are? Like negative what?
On contacts, yes. I don't know glasses. Contacts, I am negative 8.5 and negative 8.
I am a negative 2.75, and I thought that was bad.
No, I'm a negative 8.5 this eye, and right eye, negative 8 on the left eye.
Oh my God, Sergio, you're blind.
No, I'm not. Well, yes, I am, but I've driven, by the way. I've driven without my glasses.
I can't drive without.
No, I
glasses or
shouldn't have.
contacts.
I shouldn't have.
You could have died. You could have killed somebody.
I could have, yes. But my prescription, I don't know about my glasses. I don't really pay attention to the script. But my contact prescription has been the same almost my entire contact wearing life, which is 22 years. Yeah, I got them when I was 15, 16. And I think when I was in my mid-20s, my optometrist changed my prescription. He increased it. And then the next year he came back and went back to the original one because he goes, yeah, that's too strong. So for like every year except for 1 year, I've had the same. So when people are like, oh, your vision could get worse, blah, 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 I'm like, no, it hasn't. It's been the exact same. My vision has not gotten any worse. It's like God was like, horrible vision, and you never have to worry about it getting worse.
I feel like when you're old, you're going to have bad cataracts.
Well, when I went to the doctor the last time, he told me that, what do they call it? Is it a progressive lens?
I don't know.
I think a progressive lens is a bifocal. And he told me that. He goes, well, you could do a mild progressive lens on your glasses. And I'm like, I think I know what that means, but just tell me in English. He goes, it's a bifocal. And I was like, do I have to have it? And he said, not really. I was like, I don't want it. I don't want to be, I want to wait till I'm at least 40 before I have the little line under the glasses that nobody's going to ever see. But yes, I probably need reading glasses. So.
Aw, it's okay. You're just old.
I am. I'm blind. Leave me alone.
It's okay, Sergio. You're just old.
No. Yeah, but no, I can still see. I mean, I can, if, let's say you and somebody of similar shape and size were right next to each other. I won't be able to tell you apart until you open your mouth.
Yeah.
And I can hear it. I'm like, oh, maybe that's why I'm so good at hearing. I mean, certain things. I'm a selective listener, but.
I think that's a myth.
No, I think I'm better. I'm a better listener of people.
I mean, I feel like if I had to pick one sense, you know, like whether it's, what is it, seeing, smelling, tasting, hearing, touching, I don't know.
Touching it.
If I had to pick one that I feel like is the strongest for me, it would definitely be hearing. I hear very well. Like when I have my headphones in, and like even now, I am on like one of the lowest settings on my headphones because even having them halfway up, it hurts my ears. It's too loud. I can't stand it. I'm at the point where I'm on my wireless headphones, and if I put it too low, like they don't work, like they turn off because it's technically off. I'm one above off when I use my headphones.
So okay, for me, I'm gonna say that yes, I can hear, but again, I think I'm selective. Like literally, I think I hear some things better than others. But the one that that's really hit me as I've gotten older is smell. I get home, and I swear to God, every day I'm like, the dog peed. The dog peed, and people will attest that I get pissed. It's like, that dog pissed. You didn't find it? Like, no. I'm like, it's there. I know it's there, and I will be sitting there like, because he's Max, my big dog. For the most part, he just stays in the living room, in the dining room and the kitchen and the laundry room. It's like a big area that's just like a hardwood. He's got a little kitty gate to where he can't get into the other parts of the house. So he's got a big space. But yeah, like if I get up in the morning, like if he's done it, I smell it, and I will find it, and it will be in my nostril until I find it. And it's like dog pee and farts. There's only like 3 or 4 things that I have really good nose. Onions. Like, I can smell somebody cutting onions like down the street. It's just.
So if someone farted in here, would you be able to smell it?
Yes. I'm pretty sure in this area with all these people, I would probably be able to smell it, and I would probably have a good idea of like the vicinity of where it came from. I may even be able to pinpoint it.
Oh, God.
Breath, like people's breaths, breath, and underarms. If you smell like, if there's like a hint of BO, I smell it. That's why. That's why sometimes I say stuff to you. You're like,
sometimes I don't put deodorant on, okay?
I know, but it's because like.
You should have bought me deodorant for Christmas.
It's because my smell is so enhanced. I'm like Wolverine or something.
You know, it's funny you say that because my mother, who is older than you, she can smell everything. I'll be in my room, which is in like one far side corner of the house. And let's say I'm in my room and I put 1 squirt of perfume on. I'm not like drowning myself, like squirting all over, like one spritz, okay? One spritz. And I stay in my room. 20 to 30 minutes later, my mom, who is gone, will walk in the door on the opposite far end of the house, because my room's opposite the door. She'll walk in, close the door, and go, "Did you put perfume on?" Yeah.
3 hours ago.
You smell good. Thanks. That's nice. Where'd you get it? Is that Jennifer Lopez? Yeah.
She knows where, like, what it is and where you can find it.
I can't smell anything. If something's not right in front of my face or close to me in the same room, I can't smell it. Candles
Really?
have to be, it either has to be a small room. If we had 1 candle in this big room that was burning, I wouldn't be able to smell it. It'd have to be on like that table, the one right next to us, and maybe I'll smell it then.
Like I said, I'm selective on what I hear, and I really am a selective listener. Like, there's some things that I will completely drown out, and I don't do it on purpose. It's just, it's like, I guess if I get bored, I'll just drown out.
So is that the same thing as like a selective rememberer? Because I think that's what I am. So,
Maybe.
No, maybe not. Okay, I'm a really good listener. I'm not going to lie. Like, I think that's one of my best qualities is that when someone talks to me, I actually am actively listening. But whether or not I choose to remember that conversation, I can't always control. Because my boyfriend thinks that I can't remember anything ever. And I don't think that's true because I can remember stuff from a long time ago. Mm-hmm. And then some stuff was fairly recent I don't remember. And it's not because I couldn't remember. It's because I think my brain was like, nope, we're not going to let you remember this. It's not important to you. My brain was just like, nope.
No, I think...
We're saving room in here for other stuff.
You only have so much capacity.
I only have 50 gigabytes of room, guys. Like, I gotta...
Yeah. We don't have an iCloud backup for your brain
No.
yet. No, I think I don't want to say I'm a selective listener, but sometimes I'll hear weird things. Like, I'll be walking in the room and I hear something on the news. And then, later on it's useless knowledge. And I have a lot of useless knowledge. A ton of it. And it's stuff that I read and it's stuff that I listen to.
Tell us something right now. Go.
You put me on the spot.
You just said you had all this knowledge.
I know, but you can't do that. You can't put me on the spot.
And knowledge is power.
You can't put me on the spot. I don't have like on the spot knowledge.
Well, that's not fun.
Anyways, I do. I have like all these weird facts in my head, but they'll come out at like inopportune times.
Not this time, though.
No, not
This is an opportune time, and he couldn't deliver. Sergio, everybody.
Why? Why?
I'm thinking you because I like you.
Why did you put me on the spot? Why? That's mean.
I'm sure one will pop up into your head before we end the show.
No, as soon as we leave, or as soon as we hit stop on this recording, I'll be like, I got one. I don't have anything right there. I don't have anything. Sylvester Stallone, when he made Rocky, they kept offering him money to not be Rocky, because he wrote it, and he wrote the script, and he wanted to be in Rocky so bad, and I think like it got up to like $265,000, which was like in the 70s, so it was a lot of money, and they're like, just to not be in the film. They're like, we don't want you in the film, and he's like, no, he goes, because I know that I'm going to end up being in this film, and it's going to be the biggest thing ever. He goes, if I miss it, I'm never going to get this chance again. So he stood by his guns, and they did not want him to do it. He's like, he knew that. He's like, I knew a lot of people were going to lose their job if this thing was a flop. He goes, and I fought to stay in the film.
I've never seen Rocky.
Useless knowledge. You've never seen Rocky?
No.
Any?
No.
Okay, we might need to do shows on Rocky. You're gonna have to watch 1 through 4. 5 doesn't exist. 6, and then Creed 1 and 2. But just don't watch 5.
I've seen one of the Creeds. I think I saw the first Creed.
Just don't watch number 5. Whatever you do, don't watch number 5.
Don't watch number 5.
Number 5 doesn't exist. They literally took it out of part 6. It literally never happened.
Okay.
If I could buy the box set of Rocky, they should just like say, okay, 6, just here, we're just gonna discard this. There's Rocky 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then there's Rocky Balboa, and that's it.
Okay.
Just remember that. We're gonna watch Rocky.
Okay.
We're gonna put you down to watch Rocky.
Okay.
I think so. I think Rocky needs to happen.
There's a lot of movies I haven't seen.
Yes, and we have one. I'm not telling you what movie it is.
I'm doing a movie review again.
We are going to have Kate's movie review
Yay.
coming at you next week. And I think you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it more than Spaceballs.
Y'all are going to be really surprised that I haven't seen a movie by the actor in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm actually quite
the
surprised.
actor in the movie is very famous,
Legendary.
and I've never seen a movie or a TV show or anything with that actor.
I'm actually.
You know, that's why I'm not using any pronouns.
I'm very surprised that you've not seen a movie by this actor or
I
a
haven't.
show.
No.
Because they've been acting for like 40 years. So
I know who this actor is. I've just never seen their work.
You've heard about the legend of them.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. We're going to have Kate's movie review coming up next
Ooh,
week.
I'm going to take notes. And pop some popcorn.
You should. You might even want to drink some beer.
Popcorn and beer?
I'm just saying, like, this might be one Harrison will sit in with you. I don't know if you've seen. He may have seen something from this actor, but
Oh, I'm sure he has. I don't know if he's seen this movie.
I think you should pop some popcorn. You need to like snacks. I think you need to have snacks for this one.
I like popcorn because I make my own. I don't buy the pre-made stuff. That's gross.
Okay, hold on. How do you make popcorn?
Like, instead of going to the store, you know how you buy the boxes and it comes with the bag, you unwrap and it pops in the microwave and you open the bag and eat it? I just buy the kernels. They sell just plain bags of plain kernels, and you can still pop that yourself at home.
How do you pop it? What do you pop it in?
I have a popping bowl, but you can just use like a brown paper lunch bag.
And put it in the microwave?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
it's the same thing. You use about like don't use more than like a quarter of a cup, but you put it in just a brown paper lunch sack or any paper bag, and just kind of like make sure you really crease the top. Don't add oil. Do not add oil. Do not add butter. I learned this the hard way. You pop it dry, and it pops just the same, and then melt some butter, or if you want to go crazy, melt some chocolate, and then pour it on top of the popcorn and mix it in.
I don't melt chocolate, but what I do is I get like candy, chocolate candy. Put it on top.
Yeah, I think a lot of people throw in some M&Ms in there. And
I didn't know you could do that.
it's so much cheaper because those boxes are expensive and you don't get a whole lot of packets in them, but you can buy a whole bag of plain popcorn that'll
It'll-
last you forever. It's like $1 something.
So when we move into our new house, we're gonna buy you. I'm gonna buy you popcorn for your new house, but I'm gonna buy you like a 5-pound bag or a 10-pound bag, like a bag of feed.
Oh my god, that'll last me my whole life.
And then, many years from now, you can tell your grandchildren how you received that bag. Like, Nana, we didn't know you had a podcast. It's like, yes, my co-host, God bless his soul, he died of I'm going to have died of something odd. Like, I'm sure it's going to be some weird death. He died at the tender age of 102. I'll live till 102.
Okay, so that means I'm going to live to like 90 something.
No, you're going to live to like
Or
130,
80.
130. If I die at 102,
I'll be younger than you.
yeah, you're going to make it to like 95 or something. Oh, God, that was horrible. It had to happen. It had to happen.
No words.
That one had to happen.
No words.
I'm sorry, it had to happen.
I guess we'll end the show there.
Okay. I think we will end the show there. So, again, local game store tonight. Force of Will,
Magic the Gathering.
Commander, and
Super Smash.
Super Smash
Which they have
Brothers.
on over there.
Yes. And every night of the week they got stuff going on here in Richardson, Texas. Thank you to our sponsors, obviously them, the local game store. Dish Young Ideas
Yes.
for your Dish network needs. We're going to have some exciting news coming from them and us very, very, very shortly. So you guys stick around for that. East Texas Championship Wrestling
Ace Remodel and Texas Soundworks.
with the Z. On behalf of myself and Miss Kate,
Hey,
I'm Sergio.
I'm Kate.
I think I already said that.
Yeah, I was like, why are you repeating yourself?
I don't know. We're Law and Disorder. We'll hot you guys next time.
Bye.
Latest.